Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 on Attingham Park. Yes, we are on Attingham Park. We are all alone as well today, guys. Mr. Flo is finishing a school project, and yes, so we've got no Mr. Flo today. He will be with us tomorrow. We are going to put out a second episode tomorrow. The reason why I'm kind of doing this episode without him is because we were talking all week on the Somerset. I say all week. We're talking on the Somerset farm that we were doing it today, and I kind of don't like to change my plans last minute. So we're going to make it tomorrow. 7 o'clock should be fine. Our plan today is to buy some sort of big wheel loader bucket thing. Yeah, we do kind of have a... just coming under here since it's 1 raining and 2 night time, and we are under here. Okay, so let's just maybe skip a little bit of daytime. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of leave the time on 1 today because I'm gonna do a contract. I don't want to do much work without Mr. Flo. That's kind of something I don't want to do. So I think the easiest thing for me to do is to do some kind of contract, and we need to earn some serious money because we've got a lot of equipment to buy. I am genuinely thinking about doing this contract. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about doing this contract, Field 42. We should earn a really good amount of money on it. I know that over the last few episodes we've done a lot of grass, but it is a contract. It is to earn us some serious money, and I do think 45,000 minus a couple of thousand. I do think that is the best thing. So what we're going to do, we're going to borrow those items, and then we need to get into. Need to go up to the shop. We need to have a look at the shop because I might have to just skip a little bit of time. Reason I might need to just skip a little bit of time, sorry, is I just need to I want to just see what's coming up in the shop. I'm not buying any vehicle until I know what comes up in the shop that day. Do you know what I mean? It's silly not to do that. I'm just going to try and get a little bit of daylight, just a little bit. That's more than enough, I think. Apparently we're getting nothing in the shop. Right. So yeah, we might have to start looking at wheel loaders. Basically that's the one we're looking at. Not gonna lie, that is the one we're looking at. My issue is it's got a 3,000 litre bucket. On a wheel loader. I just feel like that's... We can't afford the next one up, that's the problem. Anyway, but yeah, you can kind of see where we're going with this, and I'll tell you what we are going to buy today. We need to buy the scanner. Yeah, we need to buy this so we can get our fields scanned, so we know what we've got in each field, things like that. And I have an actual... Let's have a look at this equipment. I've got an idea, because the thing is, this is a co-op series and I am kind of just doing this contract on my own. Have I not got that mod on this series? I've got a mod that basically lets me pull a baler behind the mower. It would appear I don't have that installed on this. Oh no, I do. No dollies. Basically, this does have a PTO connection. You can see just in there. I'm wondering if we could rent this, cut and bale at the same time. I'm actually really thinking about leasing this piece of equipment. It's £328. I am going to lease that piece of equipment. The issue I've got is right, it's stored it down there. Yeah, we're just on our own today. No, we haven't got any new players wanting to play on the series. That's fine. Like I say, it's, people can come and play if they want. I just, my thing today was, I've been saying, you know, we were going to record Attingham today. You guys will get it on Friday. Hopefully we should have another episode tomorrow. Mr. Float is free. Yeah, so as far as I'm aware, this should... Yeah! Oh, I was so taking that thing. I think, by the look of it, my, yeah, we're making silage, so that's fine. But we'll figure out this contract. It's kind of made more for harvesters, hence why it's got such a long bar. Yeah, I'm just trying to, I'm trying to keep busy. I don't want to go around the same field about 1,000,000 times today, if I can help it. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Cat, I did not mean to hit you. If you want my insurance details, speak to Mr. Flo. He is, yeah, I'm trying not to use super strength on this series, but I just can't seem to get away from that car. Yeah, I need to toggle work mode. Now, apparently work mode is not changing, so... I'm, yeah, my controls are not changing work mode. Very weird. Maybe I need to unfold it first. Right, I'm going to meet you down there, guys, because this is such a long drive. Right, there we go, guys. We're on the field. Yeah, I've come back in the field. Yeah, for some reason it had reset my control for changing the swath dropping. I kind of just reactivated that as well while we were need to oh yeah, completely forgot about unfolding that baler. I did think I did it though, but clearly I hadn't. But yeah, what we're gonna do, guys, just gonna do a little bit of this just on here, and then I'll put it into a tower. I don't know how well this thing's gonna work as a contraption. I'm kind of just hoping it works. It's gonna be mega, yeah, it's gonna be really slow in it. It shouldn't technically do this, but I thought, you know, £300, I thought I'd see if it worked. It's not a bad idea though, let's be honest. When it's flat, it's fine. It's just the slightest slope, and it really is, it really is gonna just be mega slow. To be honest though, guys, by the time I drive around this field twice, I might be better off losing 1 mile an hour to gain the fact that I don't have to drive all the way up the field and round the field. And yeah, I actually think it might still be better just working a couple of mile an hour less. I don't even know what the working speed of this tractor is. But yeah, this is kind of going to be today's job. I need to get this done. I could do with scanning the fields as well. I'll probably scan the fields in a little bit just to break up the doing the contract. But yeah, there's a certain bucket I want to buy on this map, and basically what it is I need a certain wheel loader to do it. I wanted to buy that cheap one, but I don't think that cheap one fits the bucket, and that's the problem I've got at the moment. The bucket's a little bit OP bucket, but it's kind of just so we're not... The last thing you guys want to do is watch me do silage pickup from the pit again, 2,000 or 3,000 litres at a time. Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of going for the bigger bucket, just so that the job's done a bit easier. But this contraption as daft as it sounds, works. It might be worth buying one of these to try and bale straw at the same time. Now I could technically get a little bit more straw. I could technically get a little bit more grass. Try not to have like too bad of bends, because I don't think that's... But we know if we go too sharp it's not going to work. Look, we're leaving little bits. We'll come back and get the little bits when we get the tractor down here. But for now I just feel like this is actually working. That's what I'm thinking. This is actually working. Yeah, it's not the quickest thing in the world, but it's working. I'm really, really impressed with this. I'm really impressed. I'm sure I can put this up to the baler and make the baler work without the extension. The reason why I'm liking it with the extension is the fact that like the back of this mower doesn't have a PTO in real life. So, and I'm kind of just trying to be a little bit more realistic. Like I say, I'm not a farmer in real life. I am not. I have never once said I was a farmer in real life. Yeah, I've missed a bit of grass there, although it is still for some reason picking up the grass. I can live with that. I'm proper off the field here though, guys. I'm proper trying to get as much grass as I can on this contract. I think I'd have been better doing some fertilising contract. I'm basically doing a headland before I can put it into a time lapse. It's just it's just taking it. Oh, I'm not even on the field. Oh, I wasn't watching. I can hardly see the edge of the field. It's so dark. That's the problem. Yeah, but I want to try and get the time back up to like 3, you know, 3 and 5 and that, but there's not really much I can do about that at the moment. It's winter. And yeah, I don't want to do too much without Mr. Flow. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I might bring Attingham Park back twice a week anyway. Might bring it twice a week. I know Mr. Flow can only do 1 day a week and it's supposedly a co-op series. The issue is, I really want to play Attingham Park. And 2, I can do contracts while he's not here. So 1 episode a week might be contracts. That means just when Mr. Flow is about, instead of doing a contract together and wasting like a little bit of time, I could do the contracts on my own, get the second video out, and we've still got money on the farm. Yeah, as you can see, we're just hitting a tiny little slope here, and it just loses all its speed. Once we get into the field, it's more level, and we'll be alright. We just got to get into that bit. Come on, I know yeah. This has its uses and it's working better than I honestly expected, but the corners are beginning to be a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. Straight, perfect. Corner, not quite so good. Not quite so good. But that is one headland. We might stop. We might get the tractor down here. We're not meant to be hiring workers because it is a co-op series. When I'm on my own, I'm not going to hire a worker per se, but I might just get a worker to bring the tractor down here with the wrapper, just to, you know, just to get the machine down here. Plus, then, to be honest, I might get the tractor. Have I got follow me mod? Follow me mod might not be a bad one. Like I say, it works really well on the straights or the slight curves. It's just the sharp bends. It's not working. Yeah, I might bring the tractor down. I don't know. We'll see how we go. We'll see how much we miss. But for now, guys, I'm going to put this into a time lapse, and we'll get this field knocked out of the park. Right guys, I am going to put a worker onto that because, well, long story short, I want to get something else done. Yeah, not only that, I just thought to myself then, I'm doing this contract on my own, obviously, you know, again, I know Mr. Flo's not here, but it's one of them jobs where it's meant to be like co-op, and it's like, you know, I'd have someone doing it with me, and, oh yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a worker on. I know it's kind of against the rules to have a worker, but it's not against the rules when you're doing a whole frigging job this big. I maybe should have done a smaller one, to be honest. Yeah, as you can see, I took that off there, guys. It worked, just it was missing too much, that was all. That is literally the only reason. It was just missing too much of the verges for me. I feel like if we just get the tractor out and we'll go and pick up all the excess. It's working on a weird angle, I'll give it that. But yeah, it'll do it all. It'll do it all eventually. But yeah, we'll do a little bit of this. I'm not the biggest fan of this baler, to be honest. I don't think the pickup's exactly very wide. I do think the swath is bigger than the pickup. I think that's why we were having the problems earlier on. But yeah, the worker can go. We can get, you know, I've got a bit of baling to do. I'm not going to get this contract done in this episode. We know that. We know that. But we'll do what we can. We'll get what we can done. I don't want a whole time-lapse episode. That's the problem. I love how I missed all that. But yeah, we'll get what we can done. It's quicker to mow than it is to bale. I maybe should have just done one row and then got the worker going. He's definitely going about 3 to 4 miles an hour faster than me, so obviously we'll time lapse a little bit of this because, again, you know, we want to try and keep the time down to the video, but I kind of just wanted to swap jobs, that was all. You can see we're working really, really well. It'll be the baling that takes forever. This will be a nightmare job to do, and I don't want to do this field very often, but I feel like we need some money for winter. We need to buy some equipment. Anything else? Nothing's come in the discount shop. I'm going to presume the discount shop's just broke. But I could have sworn there was something. It's just not spawned. Not unless it spawns in at 9 o'clock. Who knows? But yeah, as you can see, we're cracking through this job. Slowly and surely. The thing is, if I do this contract and we get quite a large income from it, it means I don't have to sell my silage on the farm. I'm going to sell the silage on the farm. That's not what I'm saying. I can wait till January and get a better price. This is now November. I mean, this is the last month to cut grass anyway. But this will be the last contract for grass over Christmas. I think we come back in March or April time, I think it is. This is a big field. I forgot how big this field was. I actually used to own this field on the Attingham series on Farm Sim 19, and I did used to cut grass on this quite a lot. We were more of a grass farm. We did have other fields and crops and grain, but we did do a lot of grass. It was a really good source of income on Farm Sim 19. Obviously the price of silage isn't worth as much on this game version. That's fine, it means we don't do it as much. We've only been doing a lot of grass at the moment because one, we only had grass fields. We have ploughed the field up, but obviously we're not going to let the grass go to waste. Like if I buy a field, say I buy field 42 say next year, I would cut the grass again before I changed it into an arable field. Why would you let the grass go to waste just by ploughing out? Yes, we do a lot of grass, but why would you let it go to waste? It's just, it just has to be cut. Yeah, we need to get a wheel loader, and the wheel loader I wanted to buy doesn't work with the bucket that we have. It doesn't work with the bucket I want to buy, shall I say. So yeah, I'm gonna get this contract done. I'm hoping this contract's gonna give me quite a big amount of money, and then use that money to fund the more expensive wheel loader. That's the idea. That is the idea. But as I say, look, I've done a couple of these headlands, guys. We're going to go up and down here a little bit. What we might do, we've got a bit here in the middle. We might do these rows until that mower's finished, because that mower's a lot quicker than us anyway. Then we'll come back out and do some baling. We'll do some wrapping. We've got loads of wrapping to do. We've got to then pick up the bale. Yeah, we've got loads to do. This is definitely not a one-man field, I don't think. It's definitely a very slow job. We'll get it done though. If it takes a couple of episodes, we'll get it done. I would just like to get as much done today as possible. I might probably wrap the field off recording, just because, let's be honest, look how many freaking bales there is. Yeah, 220 bales, so these are the maximum bales we can wrap as well. Yeah, we'll get a few more of these done, and I'll see you once the mower's finished. Right, there we go, guys. The mower has finished. He's missed a few little bits. I think it's more because of bales in the way, but yeah, he's finished a bit. Now I know I've got that little bit there just to cut. That's what we're going to do in a minute. I'm going to get to the end of this row. We'll let the worker just finish that bit. We need to get the cat down here as well. We're going to do a little bit of baling. What I would like to try and do, because I know what silage contracts are like on this game, we'll need some bales obviously to sell. If we do a little bit of wrapping, we should be able to get some bales sold today. That would be the goal. I'd like to maybe try and finish this contract in this episode. I don't like to turn the game off. Long story short, guys, if I was to not complete this contract today, there's a chance it may not come back. It's just something I've noticed over on Somerset Farm, basically, and then equipment despawning and things like that. So I kind of want to get, at least if I can get the contract finished, I could bale the rest, I could wrap the rest off recording, do you know what I mean? And then it'd just be a case of moving them, which would just be a case of buying one trailer. That's kind of the idea at the moment. I don't know why I'm driving this down here. I was going to put a worker on it. But guys, I'm going to drive it once so you guys can actually see just how long it takes to get down here. To be fair, this tractor doesn't even do this trip justice because this travels at 45 mile an hour. I want one of these JCBs. This thing could be a tractor for just running to and from the shop. I would like to buy a car to do that though, but sometimes you got to get a flatbed trailer, haven't you, and get the bigger equipment. Like my tractor's 19 mile an hour. It'd be quicker to load it on back of a trailer and take it to a bloody shop on a trailer. Yeah, to be honest, when the John Deere was coming in the time lapse when we were mowing, I was like, oh, that John Deere got here quick. But yeah, the John Deere's, everything's not as slow as my tractor. That's the problem. My tractor is super slow. My little Ford is so slow. I think even the wife can walk faster than it, and she walks mega slow. She's like, come on, let's go for a walk. I'm like, yeah, but what I call a walk and what you call a walk are two different things. I can't walk as fast as you. My legs are shorter, which, to be fair, they are. My missus is a dinky 5'4". Yeah, I'm really impressed with how quickly the mower got. If I'd have known the mower was going to be so much quicker, I would have done things a little bit differently. And what was I going to say then? Yeah, because of the mower speed, I would have only done one row and then I started baling earlier. You know how I did a couple of rows? I thought, well, the mower won't be that much quicker. Oh, it was. It sounds daft, but 5 mile an hour. It's 5 miles. The only reason we're not going fast now is because we've got this bale stuck on our mower. Just want to get this done. Worker's not. I don't understand why the worker missed this bit. Yeah, you know, things happen. I just want to get this mower up to here, and we're going to do a little bit of wrapping. If we wrap 14 bales, we can get 14 bales. Is it 14 bales we can get on this trailer, or is it 20? I don't know. Whatever we can get on this trailer is what we'll wrap. And then what we can do then is right, go on. There's the worker going. I've got in the wrong vehicle. So yeah, as it stands now, we've got these here, haven't we? Right, I need the wrapper. I want to use the John Deere for everything at the minute. John Deere is going to be the field tractor, and then we'll get the cat doing the running around. If I just finish this bit, I've got to drive to the bottom. No, screw it. Screw it. I was going to say I could just do a head, you know, do another row of swath of grass on the way down, but I don't want to be honest. Now this is probably going to be a very long episode on YouTube, guys. I'm not even going to apologise for it. I absolutely love this map. I don't try to make videos long. I know lately videos have been a lot longer than lately than always planned. It's because when I'm doing my own field, and like for example on Somerset Farm, if I'm doing my own field work, I don't want to time lapse it. But then if I time lapse this field, we're going to do nothing but time lapse it. It would be a very weird episode. Here's what I like about having this contract mod though, just so you're aware. We'll drop this Balix and start wrapping. Oh. There we go, we want automatic drop off. So for example, if we look onto here now, this tells us how many bales. Oh, it should do. Okay, it wants 490, it wants 123 bales. Wow, that wants 123 bales to complete this contract. That's actually more than I thought it was going to ask for. Are we even going to get 120 odd bales off this field? Genuine question. Genuine question. Like I say, because I know Flo wasn't going to be with us today, I didn't load this in co-op, so we might have statistics. I don't know if we do though. We've done 88 bales up to now. Oh yeah, we're going to have more than enough bales. I just didn't expect I'd have to quite make that many bales. Yeah, so it wants 123 bales. 123 bales. That is a lot of bales. Jeez. Yep, this is definitely a job I'm never going to do again. I say that now, but then I'll forget it. I'll wait till the money rolls in, and then I'll be like, "Ooh, let's do it again." Like I say, we've got workers helping us. You know, yeah, we've got workers helping us. Yeah, I used to love Farm Sim 19 because you could put Courseplay on and he'd just go and find all the bales himself. I used to love that. I don't even know if Courseplay does that on this game. Does he even do that on Farm Sim 22 where he'll go in a field and find all the bales? Because if he can, I'll go back to mowing, to be honest. That's precision farming. Yeah, create job. Yeah, he doesn't seem to have the option to. But it was worth a look. Like I say, used to be able to do field work. Used to be able to get a trailer going and he'd drive round and find his own. You know, try and get the bales. And you'd be able to automatically deliver them to a sell point. I know it was kind of a little bit cheaty doing it on 19, but it just made it so you could, like, I used to have like the grass dairy farm on Attingham on 19, and it just made life so much easier if you could basically like go do that contract on your own. Yeah, this is going to take absolutely forever, guys. What have we done? Have we wrapped like 5 bales now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh, 8. So this is bale number 9. If we wrap 13 bales with 10% through, this is 9. This is 10. This is bale number 10. Come on. Is it bale number 10? I can't remember now. 9 or 10? Yeah, bale 10. So 3 more and we're 10% down. That's the easiest way to look at it. Technically, it's not even 13 bales needed for 10%, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Right. I really don't want to time lapse this. I might just jump cut this to when I've done a load of bales. You know something, that's going to be the easiest thing. I'm gonna jump cut this to us completing a lot of the wrapping. The wrapping is just so slow. I kind of wish I had the round baler, you know, where it wrapped at the same time. I know it's a little bit slower movement speed wise, but it wraps at the same time. I think in the future that's what we want doing these kind of contracts. Right guys, I've kind of brought us back at a critical point on this field. As you can see, there is what, just short of half a field. I'd say maybe what, 40% of the field to go. I do believe, if my calculations are correct, which I am 90% sure they are, this should be the last load of silage we need to sell. So as you can see, there is going to be a lot of silage to be made on this field. Now I've decided I'm not going to make all of it silage. I do need grass bales for the sheep, because we didn't keep any grass from when we cut our fields. So what I'm thinking is we'll just, oh, sorry, we're watching. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is I might split, might get myself a trailer load of grass. So what I'll do is I'll bale it all up off recording. I'll get a whole trailer full of grass for the sheep, so that we don't have to really do any more grass work for the next few episodes, because I know we have done a lot of grass in the last few episodes. It's kind of that time of year where we can get stuff planted in the ground, but Flo wants to, me and Flo were discussing it, and we're on about doing barley, and we can wait till March to do the barley, you know, to plant the barley. We don't have the equipment to plant anywhere at the moment, and we were like, you know, if we do a couple of contracts over winter and get bits and bats done, and, you know, cultivating and ploughing jobs and stuff done, you know, we can afford, we can basically put spring barley in, and that's kind of been our plan. Hence why I'm doing this contract today, without Mr. Flo. As I say, he's busy with his schoolwork. I know I've mentioned that a few times. I just want people to realise why I'm doing a co-op series alone today. Hopefully Mr. Flo will be recording with me tomorrow, or basically the day you're watching this. We should be producing another episode. This should. I accidentally, so if you notice our money went up though, guys, between the episode, you know, between then and there, I sold the first lot of bales to the wrong place. That's the reason why. Field 42 is now officially complete, like I did think it was going to be. I needed to jump cut that, guys. I've been at this for like another hour. I couldn't time lapse it for an hour. So what I did is I basically did a strip of grass, like baled it, and then I wrapped them bales, you know, and that's kind of just how I've been doing it, you know, just so I wasn't doing the same thing myself the entire time. Obviously now I'm gonna finish off with the episode. I'm gonna bale that up off recording. I'm gonna, yeah, I don't think I'd ever do 41 again without at least Mr. Flo about, field 42 without Mr. Flo about, because again, if Flo was to cut and I was to bale, once he's finished baling, he could then start wrapping. Then once I'm finished baling, I could start picking them. Do you know what I mean? There's more of a production line of things to do then, rather than just doing it all at once. It's been a weird episode. It's been very time-lapsey. But it's all about the money that we're going to try and produce. Like I say, I'm going to keep some bales for grass. Basically, to cut a long story short, right, we bought that. I would personally let me start again. I was going to buy this for £45,000. We're going to put the engine on it, 240 brake horsepower. It's still a good tractor for the price, but I am really tempted to buy this. One, it comes with an engine upgrade. It's not the best engine, but it's not the worst one either. It's the next one up. So it's had an engine upgrade, 525 brake horsepower. Yeah. It also comes with the sensors in it for the field work. Brilliant. And if you look, it's only done 4 hours. If I jump to my tractor has done 3.8 hours. You know what I mean? So the tractor itself has done next to no work at all. So I'm more than happy to buy that at 46% off. We've got room for engine upgrades. It'll be the only big tractor we actually need on this series. We'll only need one big tractor like that. That'll be it, and we've just saved 46% or whatever the percentage discount was. But as you can see, I've got a lot of work left to do off recording. The money is obviously going to jump up a little bit between the episodes. I'm gonna bail it, and I'm thinking one trailer of grass and the rest of silage. That'll give me 14 bales then to feed the sheep. So like I say, I shouldn't need to do any more grass work for quite a while, hopefully. If we look on the calendar, we won't have it to do anyway. Look, yeah, look, November's the last month for doing grass anyway. But yeah, I think this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fill it full of one trailer of grass, and then I'll do the rest as silage bales, and I'll just get them sold. Yeah, so that's probably going to be why the money goes up between the next episode or two. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you the lowdown. I do massively appreciate everybody who does watch the series, guys, especially on the Somerset series as well. It's been a weird one with we're not having Flo around today. No, you know, normally I see him zipping around the map. Again, if anybody wants to take part in the Attingham series, by all means, all you got to do, guys, is be in the Discord, and please just bear in mind we do play PC. We do have PC mods. If I get enough comments with people saying, yeah, but Reaper, can you do a co-op series on crossplay? You need to let me know in the comments, guys, or join the Discord, have a chat with me. If I get enough people to do a co-op series with on a different map, we will do a co-op series that is crossplay. But like I say, I think I've had like one person come to me and like, you know, I play PS4, I'd like to join. But I've never heard from that person again. Do you know what I mean? If I get enough people like, yeah, you know, Reaper, I wanna play co-op, I wanna do a what is it we have? Yeah, we will do it. But I need people to say if that's what they want. If not, I just carry on with this. You know what I mean? I don't know, we could do Calmsden. We could do... We could... No, there is loads of maps out there. There is loads of maps out there we can do a co-op series on. And I'm more than happy to do it. Obviously, I'm not going to download like the Ford tractors that I use as lizards. Because, you know what I mean? We'll use the mods that I've got that are default for console players. And we'll obviously use the in-game equipment as well. But I'm happy to do that. You just need to let me know, guys, if that is something you're wanting to do. You know, I'm not a mind reader. We can open up a game to console players. But I do record on a morning. It gives me a chance then to edit the video throughout the day, get my thumbnails done, and upload the video. At my upload speed at the moment, I've gone back to not streaming again at the moment. My upload speed has just completely died again. But there is apparently a new company coming to town where I live. They're doing the glass fibre optic cables. Yeah, apparently I'm looking at a speed of like 2000 meg or 2 gigabits, whatever it. Yeah, you know what I mean. At the moment, I get 50 megabytes per second. You know what I mean? I get 50. It's pathetic, and that's my download speed. My upload speed's meant to be 20. I'm lucky if I'm getting more than 3 or 4 at the moment. It's not enough to stream. yeah, I don't really know why it's done that. So like I said, I'm just kind of giving you some information about why I'm making videos again and live streams have stopped again. Trust me, it's not my fault. I am going to try and get a live stream in at some point. I'm probably just going to lower the quality of the bitrate down to like 2,500 or something down. Try and see if we can get something going, but yeah, it's just killing me at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, we've done 8 bales already. So the 9th one's about to drop. I'm just going to get to end of here, guys. But as I said, I do appreciate everybody watching the series. I do appreciate everyone who is a new subscriber to the channel. If you are a new subscriber to the channel, say hi in a comment. I do try and respond to everybody who puts a comment, even if it's just like a thumbs up or a I love your comment kind of thing. I do try and at least acknowledge everybody's comments. Same on the live streams, I do try and talk to everybody. Yeah, until next time, guys, I will see you all in the next episode.